How are you feeling about Pete Hegseth as we end the week?
I'd be very nervous if I were him. I would be
Yeah,
some of his things that just came out, and I don't even feel comfortable repeating it on this call because it's pretty
yeah,
graphic. But
yeah,
some of the reports that came out in the New York Times are it's bad. It's it's just not great. And I just those of us who have been around Pete, and he's a wonderful man in a lot of ways, but he has a reputation that I think people are
yeah,
finding out. And I'm not here to be a morality police. I'm more concerned with national security. Like
yeah,
my issue with people who have affairs is just like, can you be like Eric Swalwell and sleep with a spy? Like that's always my concern. Like, can you be? And he did, and I don't know why we always
yeah,
ignore that. But like that is my
yeah.
concern: is can you be compromised by a foreign asset?
My cab driver to the airport just now is from Ukraine, and he said women shouldn't be in. He heard me doing a TV hit talking about Pete Hegseth, and he said women shouldn't be in combat. They're they can do lots to help the military efforts, but they shouldn't be in combat. They're not as strong as men. How do you feel about Pete Hegseth's view on whether women should be in combat roles?
I know so many incredible women in the military who, serve in lots of different roles. I do have friends who argue that in like very intense war situations, like on the ground combat, it's not appropriate. I have mixed feelings about it. This isn't like my number one issue, but it also indicates it's just another thing that I know how the chat is and I know how people feel on
Thank you.
today a lot of times. You're in the Delta Lounge. It's Friday night. But I just feel like there's a total lack of respect for women in general coming out of all this right now. And
Yeah, yeah,
it's just one more thing that just, it doesn't make me feel great. But I'm the college educated demographic white woman that, you
yeah.
know, is not a
It
Trump.
seems to me, and I've been covering the issue of women in combat for a long time. I've never really studied it in a rigorous way, but it seems to me it should just be case by case. If somebody can do it, they should be allowed to do it. Not some absolute barrier to it. But I do think, as we talked about this morning, that Joni Ernst is going to have some interesting thoughts about this for him and questions for him.